5 kilometers from the capital city of Kolkata has been on the boil for the last few days. Allegations of land grab, of abuse, of coercion and worse still, charges of sexual assault against local TMC leaders have brought the town of Sandeshkhali into the spotlight. At the centre of all these allegations is Shahjahan Sheikh, known as the Bhai in the area. Shahjahan Sheikh's journey to become Sandeshkhali's strongman began well before he joined the Trinamool Congress or even before the TMC came to power. From the CPM to back then to the TMC, Shahjahan Sheikh's rise was witnessed by all in that small village. He has amassed wealth like this village has never seen before, and the locals claim that this was all thanks to his extortion tactics and the land grab that he was indulging in. He allegedly runs this network along with his trusted lieutenants, many of whom have been accused of assault of sexual harassment by multiple women in Sandeshkhali. 2 of those accused have been arrested, both of whom are known associates of Shahjahan Sheikh. Trinamool's Jilla Parishad member Uttam Sardar was arrested on charges of rioting and inciting violence. He also faces allegations of sexual assault. Another leader who was also arrested was Shibu Hazra, a TMC bloc president. He was missing since women in Sandeshkhali leveled allegations of attempts to murder against him. He was arrested over the weekend. Charges of gang rape have now been added as well. But it has been 45 days since Shahjahan Sheikh has reportedly gone missing. Remember, it was the time when the Enforcement Directorate team was in Sandeshkhali to quiz him, to raid him. There was an attack on that day. Since then, nobody knows where Shahjahan Sheikh is. Many say he perhaps has fled. Many others say he's freely going about his business in Sandeshkhali with complete protection from the administration. His brother, in fact, told us that it was just a matter of time before he returned to Sandeshkhali and made himself public. But when he does that, will he be arrested? That's the big question many are asking. Chief Minister of West Bengal, Mamata Banerjee, has put her weight behind him even in the assembly last week. She claimed that Shahjahan Sheikh was a primary target of the Enforcement Directorate. The BJP was targeting Shahjahan Sheikh via the Enforcement Directorate, is what Mamata Banerjee claimed. The ED entered the area of Sandeshkhali only to target him, is what she said when she was referring to the day the Enforcement Directorate team was attacked. The BJP is exaggerating this. This is a one-off incident, says Mamata Banerjee. In fact, she even cast aspersions on those women who are making these allegations. She says that these are BJP workers masked up. They are making these allegations, covering their faces, and it's not really cases of actual victims. Our bloc president got arrested, said Mamata Banerjee, after my order. So I am sure that there was action, is also what she came out and said. Now, the allegations we've seen between the TMC and the BJP are only escalating with each passing day, especially with multiple agencies making a beeline to the small town of Sandeshkhali. Several of those have reached there. They want to get to the bottom of it for the truths to emerge. NCW was the latest one. Chairperson of the women's right body, Rekha Sharma, led a delegation to this area. She accused the West Bengal government of suppressing the voice of these women. She alleged that the police did not act swiftly and they, which is the NCW, had to force the police to take cognizance of these cases. The ruling TMC responded by posing a few questions of their own. Bengal Minister Shashi Panja asked the NCW chairperson if she would also visit an area called Chopra. The TMC alleged that this was an area where 4 kids lost their lives allegedly due to BSF's illegal drainage expansion work. What about those people, is what the TMC asked. Rekha Sharma said that her visit to Sandeshkhali was to instill confidence in women so that all of them could come out and start speaking their mind. The TMC then dared the NCW to take cognizance of every single case. They pointed to a certain social media post by BJP's IT cell chief over Goddess Sharda. They said, what about that? Will you take cognizance of that? Rekha Sharma, the chairperson of the NCW, said that the administration was not acting as they feared the truth will come out. They were trying to suppress it. There was a cover-up, is what she alleged. The TMC responded by asking how many cases involving the BJP or its leaders were being probed by the NCW. We'd like to know that as well, is what the TMC came out and said. Now, leave aside the political barbs or the aspersions that have been cast on the agencies that visited Sandeshkhali, not just today, but up until now. The one question that the TMC cannot not answer is simply this. Does the defense of the TMC of Shahjahan Sheikh, specifically of Mamata Banerjee, hold any water? Is that valid? That's the question we take to our guest tonight.
अरेस्ट नहीं हो रहा, इसीलिए महिलाएं डरी हुई हैं। अरेस्ट हो जाएगा तो मुझे लगता है कि अरेस्ट के बाद महिलाएं और आएंगी आगे। कहीं ना कहीं हमें इस पे जोर देना होगा कि ये जो शेख है इसको अरेस्ट किया जाएगा।
একটা ঘটনা ঘটেছে, ঘটনাটা ঘটানো হয়েছে, প্রথমে ইডিকে পাঠিয়েছে, তারপরে তার বন্ধু বিজেপি ঢুকেছে ইডিকে সাথে নিয়ে, আর কিছু মিডিয়া ঢুকেছে, ঢুকে তিলকে তাল করছে, শান্তির পরিবর্তে আগুন লাগাচ্ছে।
আমাদের এখানে যেগুলো হচ্ছে, আমাদের উপরে নির্যাতন হচ্ছে, সেইগুলো বললাম। পুরুষদের উপরে কিভাবে হচ্ছে নির্যাতন হচ্ছে, রাতের পর রাত নিয়ে গিয়ে কিভাবে ওদেরকে ওপরে টর্চার করা হচ্ছে, মারধর করা হচ্ছে।
Let's open this up. Joining me on the broadcast, spokesperson of the BJP, Neeti Jain, Pratim Ranjan Bose, columnist, AK Jain, former DGP, also joins us on this broadcast. But I want to begin this broadcast by asking the TMC spokesperson, Tausifur Rahman. We have the Chief Minister come out and said that it's just a small incident, it's a one-off incident. The BJP is exaggerating it, and some media taken by the BJP is blowing this out of proportion. Don't you think this is a disservice to many of the women who are coming out, finding the courage to make these allegations?
Good evening to everyone. Ma'am, you have to understand what she said actually from the floor of assembly. She said that something has happened over there and you are making it a very big outrage out there. Now the thing is that whether the rape happened, whether it happened some sexual assault, whatever it is. But she said very clearly from the assembly that this is very sensitive and it needs to be taken care immediately. But if you want to go there and if you want to politicize the whole thing and you want to script the whole thing, so that's not going to happen. See, we were waiting for Shibu Hajra arrest. Shibu Hajra has been arrested with more 18 people. Now the law will take its own course. Jurisdiction is there. We are not against anything. But if you go and stand in front on top of the bonnet and start dancing on top of the bonnet, and if one of the MLA from the BJP, if she goes and claim that I will turn Sandeshkhali into a battleground, I will turn Sandeshkhali into Afghanistan. No, that's the problem, ma'am. That's the problem.
Sure.
I am not going anywhere. I respect all these statements coming from any woman because women's dignity is non-negotiable. Period. You cannot
Absolutely, which is why I asked the question I asked you and you still haven't answered that. You spoke of how the Chief Minister asked for sensitivity should be shown and for not for any other political party to come out and make this into a big deal or make this their own crusade. Fair enough. This should be about the victims there. This should be about the women there. Then shouldn't that sensitivity also be shown by the Chief Minister herself? Who comes out and says that some of these cases are not even real. They're BJP people with covered, whose faces are covered and they're making these allegations. When you say it's a small incident, is that being sensitive is all I asked you.
It's very sensitive again. But I don't want to go for watermark, right? You know, when a woman have the audacity to stand in front of the camera and talk to the media about the whole episode, about the whole incident, whether it has occurred or not, but we still respect, I expect the same woman should go to the police station and file a complaint. Now, if you say the police is not helping them, I won't believe this because I will not believe the national agencies if you don't want to believe the state machineries. It is as simple as that. If you call the state machineries the mouthpiece of Trinamool Congress, I will say the national agency is the mouthpiece of Bhajpa.
Sure.
But again, the video of Sandeshkhali has made several booths for all the women, whether from land grabbing, Mamata Bandyopadhyay said that, whether from land grabbing or women assault or whatsoever, no one will be spared. But do not make a big boss of Karan Johar movie out of there because
Sure.
it is very sensitive. After a few weeks, you will not find any BJP MP MLA out there. Trinamool Congress will be there with their own people as we have stand from last 13 years in West Bengal. So this is the problem is, do not politicize, do not give a communal angle. Like, you know, in the starting of 6th February, someone said, मुसलमान आदमी जाता है खूबसूरत हिंदू महिला को उठा के ले जाता है. What is this? What kind of statement is this?
So you don't believe the agencies, you don't believe what the BJP says, you don't believe the other rights bodies like the NCW or the Scheduled Caste Commission that has gone there. You don't believe the women who are there also. Who do you believe then?
So this is what I'm saying. If you don't want to believe the state machineries, how can I believe you? Now, If you show me 10 videos of such women, man, trust me, I have more than 200 videos.
We've spoken to some of them, sir, who've said this. They've recounted specific instances and gone on to say, we went to the police a day later, they refused to file a complaint.
And you want to see such videos which I have where 500 women standing in Sandeshkhali denied everything that Aerocom Kichu Ghatna Ekhane Holo Na. That means यहाँ पे ऐसे कोई भी घटना नहीं हुए.
Sure.
आप किसको साबित करेंगे? But
Sure.
again,
So it's a war of versions. Niti Jain, it's a war of versions. The BJP is trying to make this their own political crusade, which is why the TMC has doubts.
Even with 2 seconds. But again,
Every
you
question-
cannot-
Let Niti Jain come in. I'll come back to you. I'll come back to you, Tasif.
So every question that you've asked, Poonam, which was a very direct question, has been termed as whataboutery, which is what the TMC has done about the entire incident. They're calling this a whataboutery in every sense of the way. They don't believe the people of Sandeshkhali. They don't believe the agencies. They don't believe the media reports. They only believed in their own version of a theory that they've created. They're talking about whatever arrest has happened. My single question is, where is Shah Jahan Sheikh? Why has he not been arrested? How is he missing from an entire state? And you are saying police ko hum log question kar rahe hain, sir. It is the people there, it is the women there who say that the police was aware of what was happening and still no action was taken. There was no FIR that was filed for them. The land grabbing is happening. Sir, you are saying we are politicizing it. Had you taken action, had this not happened, there was no reason for us to raise this matter. It is our job to bring out what wrong is happening in the state. And Mamata Banerjee stands in the legislation and says that this is because of the ED was targeting Shah Jahan Sheikh. She is completely saying that all of this did not happen. These are BJP कार्यकर्तास who are raising all of those matters. आपने तो पूरे मुद्दे को ही whataboutery बना दिया है. You calling the entire incident a whataboutery? No, you're not answering. You are not answering the direct questions. Whatever has happened with these women, the media reports they are hurting. And this is a woman CM who refuses to take cognizance. Has she even gone there to talk to these people? She's just standing there and she's saying कि नहीं ये तो सब बीजेपी के लोग हैं, किसी की कोई गलती नहीं है. जिस पुलिस ने जिस पुलिस ने वहाँ पर एक्शन नहीं लिया, उन्हीं की एक कमेटी बनाकर बोल रहे हो कि ये इनके साथ न्याय करेंगे. What about it? आप कर रहे हो. You are not responding to the question that I put to you.
हमारे महिला संगठन सब देते हैं वहाँ पे. You have spoken to each and every woman. But it is very difficult to understand who is within a truth fact,
Answer about Mamata Banerjee. Answer about Mamata Banerjee. Don't get into Modi right now.
What about me? I'm giving a
Okay, so let's talk about facts. Let's not get into political whataboutery. Let's talk about facts. Tawsifur Rahman, it's been 45 days since the whereabouts of Shah Jahan Sheikh are unknown. Is that a fact?
Now, first of all, ED came to search house of Sheikh Shah Jahan.
Sure.
Okay. ED had no reasons. ED had no clue why they wanted to ever arrest Sheikh Shah Jahan. Since then, Sheikh Shah Jahan is missing. ED was supposed to arrest Sheikh Shah Jahan. They failed to arrest Sheikh Shah Jahan because no one knows where is Sheikh Shah Jahan. So let Sheikh Shah Jahan come in front and let the matter and case begin. If ED cannot do anything, but we tell you, we are there to handle each and everything.
Okay.
Where does the ED come?
Okay, sure. So I asked you, Tawsifur Rahman, I asked you one question, whether the fact that he is missing or not is a fact. You said, yes, that's a fact. We don't know where he is since that day, which is the 5th of January. There is a lookout notice against him. There are FIRs against him for that particular incident, and his anticipatory bail has been denied. What is the state government doing then? He's a TMC leader. Why have you not been able to track him down? Why are you waiting for him to publicly emerge?
Poonam ji, I told you 3 days back also in your same channel, right? We told about Shibu Hajra that if Shibu Hajra is guilty, he will not be spared. We will take him by his collar, okay? And we did that. He's arrested again, but he has just been arrested. There is nothing which you can prove right now whether he did something or he didn't. If he did something, he will face the music.
Sure.
He will face its own case. Now again, let Sheikh Shah Jahan come. अब हमें हम क्या करें अगर ईडी शेख
बैठकर
शाहजहां को
इंतजार
नहीं
करेंगे।
हम क्या करें का क्या मतलब होता है सर? If he is a criminal whose anticipatory bail has been denied, there is a lookout notice against him and he faces FIRs, the state administration can't say हम क्या करें, जब आएंगे तब आएंगे. That can't be the attitude.
Poonem ji and Nitin ji, take it from us. Let Sheikh Shahjahan come in front, or we'll find Sheikh Shahjahan. But again, what is the real case from Sheikh Shahjahan?
Sure.
What has he done? What has he done?
If you cannot
Give me an
arrest
FIR
one
copy.
person who is a leader of your party,
What is the reason for ED to
that
find Sheikh
you
Shahjahan?
are simply accepting.
In this particular case, the reason he is wanted is because he is accused of leading that attack on the ED team, in which case the court has denied him anticipatory bail. So he should present himself before the administration and the police. But let me get in the former cop on the panel to also put this in perspective. Mr. Jain, like I just listed out, there are several reasons why the state government cannot drag its hands, or the police cannot drag its hands as far as bringing Sheikh Shahjahan to book is concerned. Would you agree?
I would like to make few things very clear. The gentleman was saying that ED had no business to raid. ED has got a case against Sheikh Shahjahan. They raided along with CRPF. Not raided, they wanted to question him. It is wrong to say that the ED had gone there with the intention to arrest him. They had gone to interrogate him. And ED and police team, CRPF team was attacked by his goons and by him. He's a Bangladeshi. He's a known Bangladeshi. He has confirmed it. Now let me put a few things in perspective from police point of view. Case occurred 45 days back, more than 45 days back. Why attachment proceedings have not been taken against him by West Bengal police? They should have got orders from a court, from a competent court, and they should have attached the property worth crores and crores in the name of Sheikh Shahjahan. Why the pressure is not on Sheikh Shahjahan? Local police, people are not believing the local police. That's why they are not going. They are not going to the local police to report cases of sexual assault or land grabbing, which is taking place in Sandeshkhali. Sandeshkhali came to the light because of ED raid. ED went to investigate ration scam. He should have appeared before ED and he should have given explanation instead of attacking the ED and the party. It's a very serious offense, and cases are registered. And if cases are registered, his property under 82, 83 should have been confiscated by now. Should have been attached by now. And if West Bengal police is not doing it, they are doing this deliberately to shield him. It is absolutely clear. Action should be taken once he appears. Once his properties are attached, he should be questioned, and there should be, in my opinion, a impartial probe, as suggested by 3 retired judges or by SIT from outside. Because the way government is functioning in West Bengal, the way things are happening in Sandeshkhali, it's not a good sign at all. The local population has lost faith in the local police, local administration, local government, and that's why they are not deposing before local police. They are going to the court, and under 164, the lady is deposing before the court. It means people have lost faith in local administration, in local police, and this is a very serious situation.
That's also because the kind of clout Shahjahan Sheikh and other TMC leaders wield in that particular area. Pratim Ranjan Bose, whether the fact that Shahjahan Sheikh has been untraceable for the last 45 days, whether that's deliberate or not, that's the jury is still out on that, or perhaps the state just can't find him. Maybe they're trying real hard, they can't. Be that as it may, what explains the kind of attitude or the kind of comments that we've seen from the Chief Minister herself?
This is a very, very, I should say shamelessness is the single word. See, what we are witnessing is a complete rerun of what happened in West Bengal only some 20 years ago, 15, 20 years ago. You remember the Avinash Pande thing? People, a woman bringing down a CPM, some lower level CPM workers' property in Jhargram. the Singur and entire episode. The only difference between then and now is that this government and the party from day one is openly supporting someone. I mean, it is unbelievable. A very low level worker, even if he is a party worker, he is a very low level worker, and it is very easy and right thing to do for the politics to dump him over there. But they are not doing it. The highest authority of the state is apparently talking in support. And do you expect law to take its own course? The same party in Singur over an alleged case of rape and murder of a woman, Taposi Malik, created a huge furor. Was it fake then? Was it politicizing a rape and murder then? Was it politicizing of, did they politicize the Lalgar thing? So if those, and Nandigram thing, if those things were correct, why these women, where do they find the audacity to say that some people said nothing happened, this happened, that happened? It is even a child can understand, and people are talking right on the street. If you are, these people see, the torture on women is a subset on overall set of torture. And that torture is irrespective of creed and caste, creed and religion. So it is on the subset is there has been a case, is a specific case, but overall case is a torture, is a huge illegal activities that has been going on in that area, and not from today. It is, everyone knows that area, and it. Do you think that the government didn't have any idea what is going on there? Should we believe this? And today they are just claiming innocence, claiming giving whatever about it is, and on such a serious charge. And unfortunately, this is not the first time this is happening in this state. Every time a rape and murder, particularly in case of rape allegations and etc., we have heard the ruling party and the authorities, are getting into this kind of words.
Absolutely. And Tausifur Rahman, how will this instill confidence in anyone in the state? He's a man who's accused of many crimes. But we have the Chief Minister come out and call him a target of the ED and of the BJP on the floor of the House, no less.
Poonam, I'm very sorry to say, I heard Mr. A.K. Jain and Pratim ji also. And A.K. Jain, I don't agree with you, sir, because you're very senior to me as well. But I'm really sorry, I don't agree with you. The way you said the law and function is totally broke down, nothing is happening, everyone has lost their belief. It's not going to happen like that. So whatever you say, it's a free country, I do understand. You're sitting on a national television, you are targeting.
He doesn't believe him either. You only believe in your own version of the story,
not
the reality.
If I say Pratim R. Bose is a murderer, is a thief. Tausif Rahman claims Pratim ji is a thief. Okay, what is the next step? What is the next step? Are you going to go to the court? Or are you going to verify all my statements why Tausif Rahman is targeting Pratim K. Bose as a thief or a rapist or a murderer? There has to be investigation. You need to do the investigation.
But that investigation only was lacking, Tausifur Rahman, for the longest time. That's exactly what these women are coming out and saying.
This is the problem. 18 arrests have been done. Shibu Hazra has been arrested. Let the investigation take its course.
So the arrest has happened now. This has been going on for a very long time. And this is the problem. TMC, Poonam, I need to come in.
Sure, nobody is targeting anyone here, sir. Definitely not on this show. Whether your political detractors are doing that or no is between you and them. But Niti Jain, we have the Chief Minister, Mamta Banerjee, who came out and said that, look, our bloc president was arrested. It was done right after my order. Is that why then we're not seeing Sheikh Shahjahan be arrested? Because she is seen publicly back.
That is something different.
Okay, Tausifur Rahman, you had your time. Let Niti Jain come in.
Okay. This is a matter which is not new. This has been going on for years and no cognizance has been taken about this entire matter. Mamta Banerjee, even today, you are
Tausifur, let you have your time. Let Niti Jain finish. Tausifur, let her have your time. Let her finish, please.
What utter rubbish? You will find everything rubbish except for your own version of the story. Every reality that is put in place of you find rubbish.
You are maligning the image of women out there.
Yes, I am maligning the image of Mamta Banerjee because she refuses to take any action in this matter. She is still supporting the main culprit. There was no FIR. No, the police
shouldn't
did
be
not
allowed.
take any action.
The whole wrestling federation is after
CG,
him.
you can keep
Nothing
shouting.
happened.
Tausifur
You can
Rahman,
keep
what has that
shouting
got to do
and
with
No,
this?
this is not
When
fair.
the
This
whole
is not
wrestling
fair.
federation was
Why-
questioning Brijbhushan's conduct, we asked questions about those as well. We asked the BJP what the issue
this
was.
is
Then
the
can we
point.
not
This
ask
is
Mamata
the
Banerjee
point.
what the issue is now?
What about the
Let's talk about the issue at hand, and please,
Tausif,
Tausif, we
Why
have
are you
limited
changing
time
the
on this
whole
debate. Tausifur Rahman, let Neeti Jain finish. I will come back to you for a rebuttal. Let her have her say, please. Neeti Jain, go ahead.
The essential point is that this is a matter which has been going on for a very long time. This is not new, something that happened and Mamata Banerjee took cognizance and one person has been arrested. The main culprit is absconding. There is no FIR that has been filed. There is no trust in the police because the women there say that the police was in the know of things and yet no action was taken. And that remains the point. Today you come out and say that everybody is BJP. The police has no problem. The police is not at fault. Nobody is at fault. It is just the political opposition. This is not how you can brush everything under the carpet. There are questions that you need to answer. And if you did not know what was happening in the state and if such a serious matter was happening in your state and you were not in the know of it, I think as a moral obligation you should resign. If you cannot take care of the state, that is something you should do. Don't get out into the ED and the BJP whataboutery. This is a very serious matter. This is about the women who are standing there and they are saying they were raped and they could not go to the police and file a complaint because the police was hand in glove with the culprits over there. This is a TMC leader. You are saying कि क्यों complain नहीं करा रहे भैया आप लोग वहाँ पर they scared for their life. They scared for the land. They scared for their husband's life. You think कि police के आगे आकर कुछ नहीं बोला? You need to seriously answer these questions. Don't get into the whataboutery. Even if you take this in a humane sense, forget politics for a minute. Just take these women's life very seriously and answer those questions. Please tell me, where is Shah Jahan Sheikh? Why has he not been arrested? Why was no FIR filed when these women went to the police or whatever was happening? And if you say you did not know what was happening, then again that is a fault of yours, not anybody else's.
Absolutely, and the TMC seems to be taking this into account now because we've had a TMC delegation visit Sandeshkhali twice in just 1 week. But AK Jain, I want to talk about what happens next. 45 days have gone. Shah Jahan Sheikh is reportedly missing or still there but freely going about his business in Sandeshkhali because the cops would not act against him. That's what many are saying. Some are saying he's left the town and nobody knows what. What happens next? What can be done to ensure that Sheikh Shah Jahan does face the law?
Impartial probe by outside agencies should be ordered. That's the only way. Either by retired judges of different states as suggested, or under the supervision of Calcutta High Court. The investigation should be carried out under direct supervision of either Supreme Court or High Court, or under retired judges as suggested in Supreme Court. If that is done, fair investigation will be ensured, because I don't think the people of Sandeshkhali are going to get justice from local police, because local police is tremendously under pressure from TMC netas, and it's a pure breakdown of law and order in Sandeshkhali.
Sure.
If people lose faith in local police and they refuse
that faith
to go
needs to be instilled. That's most important. So for the sake of the truth to be out, Tausifur Rahman, would you be open for this investigation to be carried out irrespective, whether it's inside the state by the police or by an outside agency or by a court-monitored probe? It's about getting the truth out, isn't it?
Poonamji, from day one, since the ED entered Sandeshkhali, we were there to offer all kind of help, and they went without any information to the state government body, and then they were complaining that यहाँ पर ऐसा हुआ. From day one, we want to stand with ED, we want to stand with national agency, we want to stand with everyone. But again, you need to give some time. We are there to help each and every one. Any dignity of cannot be negotiated. This is what we are saying. Mamata from the assembly, she's shouting and saying that no one will be spared.
Sure, so it's a matter of time. The state government will come through is what the TMC says. We'll definitely be holding you up for that. For the moment, I have to leave it at that. I thank you all for joining us here on this broadcast. For the sake of all the women in Sandeshkhali and of course the West Bengal, we do hope that action is initiated at the earliest, that all those who are accused of these heinous crimes are brought to book. On that note, it's time for a quick break here on this edition of Plain Speak. But on the other side, it seems like there is an unending ticket tussle within the alliance of opposition, the I.N.D.I.A Bloc. Is their pact only on paper? We discuss that after a quick break.
लिखा हुआ था क्रिकेट इज जेंटलमैन्स गेम, जेंटलमैन के ऊपर लाइन लगा हुआ था और फिर लिखा था इट इज एवरीवन्स गेम। वो जैकेट के बारे में हमें बताएंगे, क्या कहानी है उसकी?
जी जी, नहीं मैंने नहीं, ये एक्चुअली सरफराज का कॉन्ट्रैक्ट है प्यूमा से, तो प्यूमा के शोरूम से थोड़ी बहुत शॉपिंग हो जाती है। तो मैं जा रहा था एशिया कप देखने के लिए, मुशीर की मैच थी अंडर-19 की, तो दुबई। तो उसने कहा कि अब वो मेरी बात हुई है प्यूमा वालों से, आप जाके थोड़ा शॉपिंग कर लीजिए, और वहाँ दुबई में ठंडा भी होगा, ठंडी होगी थोड़ी। तो मुझे ये जैकेट पसंद आई क्योंकि उसमें क्रिकेट की एक लाइन लिखी थी, उसमें लिखा था क्रिकेट इज़ एवरीवन गेम, और बीच में जेंटलमैन की लाइन थी, तो उन्होंने वो कट कर दिया। तो वही ये जैकेट थी, तो उससे एक मोटिवेशन भी मिलता है कि भाई हर एक कोई खेल सकता है। और आप तो घर घर IPL होने की वजह से घर घर किचन तक क्रिकेट तो पहुंच ही गया है। औरतें सब पहले ही खाना बना लेती है, 8 बजे मैच है, 7 बजे मैच है, तो मेरे ख्याल से घर घर पहुंच गया है। तो ये अभी किसी एक का नहीं रह गया गेम, जो मेहनत करेंगे उसी का उसका हो जाएगा। ये
किचन तक पहुंच गया, ये आपने अच्छी एक्चुअली बात बोली, ये सही है। पर मैंने सुना कि आप पहले मैच देखने जा ही नहीं रहे थे, फिर बड़ी आपको किसी ने मनाया, उसकी क्या कहानी है?
नहीं, मेरी तबीयत थोड़ा ठीक नहीं है, क्या पता क्या, अभी भी मैं इतना अच्छी नहीं है, कफ जमा हुआ छाती में। अभी डॉक्टर आए थे जो हमारे फैमिली डॉक्टर, इंजेक्शन और दवा दे के गए, सर्दी हो गई थोड़ी सी। तो मैं एक्चुअली सूर्या का मैसेज आया था कि सूर्या कुमार यादव ने कहा कि वो सरफराज का दोस्त है, मुशीर को भी बड़ा प्यार करता है, मुझे भी बहुत रिस्पेक्ट देता है। तो बोला सर आप मैच देखने जा रहे हो क्या? तो मैंने बोला नहीं सूर्या, मेरी तबीयत ठीक नहीं है और मैं जाके अननेसेसरी प्रेशर नहीं देना चाहता अगर उसको चांस मिलता है। क्योंकि देखिए उम्मीद तो थी कि वो खेलेगा, लेकिन ये नहीं पता टॉस होने तक कि कौन खेलेगा कौन नहीं खेलेगा, क्योंकि पिच देख के, विकेट देख के जो 12वां नंबर है वो 11 हो जाता है, 11वां नंबर 12 भी हो सकता है ना। तो मैं वो भी सोच रहा था, और बोला अगर मिल भी गया तो मैं अननेसेसरी प्रेशर क्यों दूँ उसे। तो थोड़ी देर के बाद फिर सूर्या ने मैसेज किया कि नहीं सर ठीक है, आपके इमोशंस तो अपनी जगह पे, लेकिन मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि आपको जाना चाहिए, क्योंकि लाइफ में वन ऑफ द बेस्ट मोमेंट रहेगा आपके, ऐसा टाइम कभी नहीं आएगा। उसके बाद वो बहुत खेलेगा आगे, लेकिन ये मोमेंट नहीं मिलेगा आपको, मुझे लगता है जाना चाहिए। मैंने भी अपने वहाँ घर वालों को लेके गया था, तो मैंने फिर सोचा था मेरी वाइफ को भी लेके जाऊँगा, लेकिन टिकट मिला नहीं मुझे। एक ही टिकट, राजकोट की फ़्लाइट तो आपको पता ही है, और दूसरे दिन मैच था, आज ही निकलना था, ऐसा था। तो एक टिकट अवेलेबल था तो मैं चला गया।
नौशाद जी, हमें वापस मैं आपको उस मोमेंट में, उस लम्हे में लेना चाहती हूँ जब अनिल कुंबले सरफराज को वो कैप दे रहे थे। कैप पर नंबर लिखा हुआ था 311, और उन्होंने कहा कि आपसे पहले सरफू आपसे पहले सिर्फ 310 लोगों को इस पोजीशन में खेलने का मौका मिला है। और उन्होंने अपना हाथ बढ़ाया सरफराज से हैंडशेक करने के लिए, और सरफराज बिलीव नहीं कर पाए, वो कैप को ही देखता रह गया उतनी देर। फिर वो आपके पास भाग कर गया, आपने कैप ली, आपने कैप को किस करा और आप फूट फूट के रोए। क्या मीनिंग है इंडिया के लिए खेलने का इतनी लॉन्ग स्ट्रगल के बाद? आपने बताया 6 साल से आपने ये सपना देखा जब सरफराज सिर्फ 6 साल का था।
नहीं, मैं कह रहा हूँ कि एक शिद्दत के साथ उसमें लगे हुए थे हम लोग, और अपना घर, मेरा घर के बाहर एक पीछे क्रिकेट की, तो वो कौन सा एक शेर याद आ रहा है कि किसने सोचा था अपने घर ऐसे भी मंजर होंगे, घर अपना मैदान बनाकर घर से हम बेघर होंगे, और ये मिट्टी ज़िद्दी बहुत है, सर पर कर्ज नहीं रखती, जो इन पर मेहनत करते हैं ताज उन्हीं के सर होंगे।
क्या बात,
आज नहीं तो कल होंगे, आज नहीं तो कल होंगे। तो वही एक सोच रहा था कि मेहनत तो किए हैं। तो उसमें बीच में एक शेर और याद आया था, मैंने पढ़ा भी था कि जो मेरा ख्वाब है आंखों का हिस्सा क्यों नहीं होता, दिए हम भी जलाते हैं उजाला क्यों नहीं होता। तो ये इस तरीके की सोच भी आई थी कभी कि क्यों नहीं हो रहा है सवेरा, क्यों नहीं हमारे को चांस मिल रहा है। लेकिन जैसे मैंने वो कहा ना कि सूरज अपने समय पे निकलेगा, और वो निकला 15 तारीख की सुबह में निकला 8:40 पे, जब वो सरफराज को कैप मिली। देश के लिए खेलना, 92 ईयर्स के टेस्ट क्रिकेट के अंदर टोटल 310 लोग खेले हैं, और 140 करोड़ की पॉपुलेशन है हमारी इंडिया की। वो कुछ कैप तो मुझे ही मिली है, समझ लो, क्योंकि मैं अपना ही सपना उससे जी रहा था।
अपना सपना तो आप जी रहे थे, और सूरज आपने सही कहा निकला, और क्या चमका। और आगे भी ऐसे ही चमकते रहे उसके सितारे, उसका सारा कैलिबर, हम तो यही चाहेंगे। पर अब मैच की तरफ ज़रा जाते हैं। उस दिन सरफराज बहुत ही बढ़िया पारी खेल रहा था, सबको लगा कि आज तो डेब्यू में 100 रन बनेंगे जिस तरह से खेल रहा है, लेकिन कैसे एकदम रन आउट हो गया। हम सब हमने स्टेडियम में सुना, एकदम साइलेंस हो गया था। हम सब जो घर पे बैठ के देख रहे थे, हम सबके मुंह खुले के खुले रह गए कि हुआ क्या, इतनी अच्छी पारी एकदम से कैसे ख़त्म हो गई। आपने उसके बाद क्या बात करी सरफराज से? हमने बाद में जो मैच के बाद में जो पिक्चर्स देखे, उसमें भी उसको भी बिलीव नहीं हो रहा था, वो बस बैठा हुआ था, उसकी शक्ल दिखा रहे थे। रोहित शर्मा ने गुस्से में अपनी कैप फेंकी, इतने इमोशंस चल रहे थे। आपके मन में क्या था, आपने क्या बोला बाद में उसके?
नहीं, देखिए बैटिंग जिस हिसाब से कर रहा था उम्मीद तो थी, लेकिन रन आउट होना, रन बनना या कभी कैच छूट जाना, ये पार्ट एंड पार्सल ऑफ द गेम है। तो इसमें ये हम नहीं कह सकते कि किसी ने जानबूझ के किया, या गलती तो होती है ना, मिसअंडरस्टैंडिंग हो सकती है। वो हो सकता है कि जेड्डू ने ये सोचा होगा कि ये रन है, और उसके बाद जैसे खेलने के बाद रियलाइज़ होगा कि शायद वो रन नहीं पहुंच पाऊँ मैं, तब तक लेके लेट हो गए थे ना, क्योंकि फ्रैक्शन ऑफ सेकंड में ये काम होता है, आउट होना नहीं होना, है ना, और डायरेक्ट हिट भी लग गई। तो इसमें उनकी कोई गलती नहीं है। हर कोई चाहता है कि मतलब अपने पार्टनर को लेके चले, और टीम के बारे में ही सोचते हैं सब लोग।
We begin today with a story that has left the entire nation very, very energized. It has left everybody very, very inspired and full of hope as well. Now, over the weekend, we couldn't obviously stop talking about everything that's happening in the Rajkot Test match, but this has been the season of debutants. They came, they shone, and they were really like shining all the way. And how one of them, the story of Sarfaraz Khan, has really touched everybody. Now, Sarfaraz, as we know, had got on to a really amazing start, got run out last minute because of a miscommunication. But it's how he was presented, the cap before that, the story of his father, where he comes from, that really touched all our hearts. So we thought, let's try and speak with his father straight away. So joining us now is Naushad Khan, Sarfaraz's father, who is the reason, the
latest one, of course, is Akhilesh Yadav. He so far has not participated in this yatra. He even made it clear that he will not make an appearance until seat sharing talks are finalized between the two parties. According to sources, Samajwadi Party has said that they're willing to let go of only 15 seats to the Congress Party out of the 80 Lok Sabha seats in Uttar Pradesh. Akhilesh's decision to join Rahul Gandhi and his yatra is contingent upon the acceptance of that offer by the Congress Party. Now, back in 2019, Samajwadi Party had refrained from contesting in Amethi and Raebareli as a gesture of courtesy towards the Grand Old Party. However, this time around, the Samajwadi Party has taken a firm stand. It's take it or leave it. It's 15 and nothing more. The ball is now in the Congress's court. The Grand Old Party says there's still time, but its ally clearly is tired of waiting. Samajwadi Party today released another list before the 2024 elections. 11 candidates were announced, including 2 seats that the Congress was eyeing, one of Shahjahanpur, the other of Pratapgarh. So that's definitely not what the SP is willing to give to the Congress Party. Now, whether that's a coincidence or it's another setback, only the Samajwadi Party and the Congress insiders will be able to tell us. But the Congress has been rebuffed by several of its allies when it comes to seat sharing. They haven't seen eye to eye with some. The whole opposition, of course, was jolted when Nitish Kumar defected to the NDA. Now, many say that has opened up avenues in Bihar for the other allies, for the Congress and for the RJD to try and get a bigger share of the pie. But what about the rest of the country? Let's break it down for you. Let's take a look at the different states in the country and what exactly they've said as far as seat sharing goes. Let's take a look at West Bengal. The Congress demanded 6 seats. TMC said all we can do is 2. The talks broke down. The TMC said we will go it solo. Then we had another state, which is that of Uttar Pradesh. We have 2 lists of the Samajwadi Party that have already come out. 20 seats is what the Congress wanted. SP said 15 is all we can give. They claim that the seat sharing talks are still on, but who knows what's going to happen next and whether or not the Congress will get any seats of their liking apart from Raebareli and Amethi. Look at Punjab. The Congress demanded 11 seats. The Aam Aadmi Party said nothing doing. We're definitely going to go solo as far as Punjab is concerned. Another state with the Aam Aadmi Party, that is Delhi. Initially, Arvind Kejriwal and the Aam Aadmi Party said that we are going to be contesting on all 7 seats as far as Delhi is concerned. The Congress said give us at least 2. Now we're given to understand that the Aam Aadmi Party has agreed to offer 1. Whether that is a done deal or not, we're still awaiting for confirmation. Let's shift focus to Maharashtra now, where the Uddhav Sena faction has sought 23 seats from the Congress party in the 40-odd Lok Sabha strength in the state of Maharashtra. The Congress has rejected that. They say we cannot part with 23 seats. So the talks there are still in its earlier stages. What happens next? Who gets what? We don't know yet. But can one say that the Congress is losing its upper hand? Many are saying that that's exactly what is happening because the allies are rebuffing them one after another. But let's take a look at the numbers as far as how they pan out in the 2019 elections for the Congress versus some of their partners who are now setting terms. Let's look at the Congress. They contested 421 seats. They won 52. Their vote share was 19.67%. Let's take a look at some of the other parties. The TMC, which is going it solo as far as West Bengal goes, they contested 62 seats. They won only 22. Their vote share stood at about 4%. The Aam Aadmi Party contested 13, won only 1. Their vote share was less than 1%. The JDU, which was an ally, the architect of the I.N.D.I.A Bloc, so to say, who's now walked out and gone to the N.D.A. They contested 17 seats, won 16 of them. Their vote share was a little less than 2% as well. So who exactly has the upper hand as far as this alliance goes? The bigger question though is this alliance a formidable front at all, or is this a pact only on paper?
Jai Shri Ram! Jai Shri Ram! Jai Jai Shri Ram!
जिस समय सीटों का बंटवारा हो जाएगा, समाजवादी पार्टी उनके न्याय तर्क में शामिल हो जाएगी।
अखिलेश जी की गठबंधन में सीट शेयरिंग में ना सिर्फ आस्था है पर बड़ी ईमानदारी से वो ये बात कर रहे हैं और बिल्कुल उनका कहना ठीक है। हम लोग सीट शेयरिंग पे बात कर रहे हैं।
जय श्री राम! जय श्री राम!
Joining me on this debate, spokesperson of the BJP, I.N.D.I.A Singh, George Kurian, political analyst, spokesperson of the Samajwadi Party, Pradeep Bhatti will be joining us shortly, political analyst Sanjay Rana with me here in the studio. But let me begin by asking I.N.D.I.A Singh, the BJP must think they have the last laugh, isn't it? But they are accused of trying to fish in troubled waters of the India alliance and poaching anyone and everyone that's available.
My Ram to all. Do you think Bharatiya Janata Party has got so much of spare time that we'll fish in their troubled water when they themselves are on suicidal mode? So Bharatiya Janata Party doesn't have to do anything. The puzzle they want to solve, the seat sharing puzzle, they are busy in that. One says, okay, we are going to share this much of seats. Other one says, no, of course not. So Bharatiya Janata Party doesn't have to solve this maze for them. They themselves has to do it, and we do not have to fish in troubled water because we are busy in our campaigning. Our campaigning has already started. So by the time they will finalize their seat sharing, elections will be over and Modi Sarkar will be forming the government with more than 400 seats. This is the reality. See the difference. Till date, you don't know that how many political parties are in this alliance. And if they are in alliance, what type of seat sharing is going to be there? Who is going to be their convener? Who is going to be their prime minister face? No,
they do have a convener. They do have a convener that was elected. But sure, I get your point, Allah Singh, that the BJP does have a head start. That's what many analysts also believe. But I want to get in the spokesperson of the Samajwadi Party. So it looks like the Samajwadi Party has lost all patience with the Congress. The talks can keep happening, but the Samajwadi Party is not going to wait for the Congress anymore, which is why we're seeing list after list being announced. Is that what is happening?
Thank you and good evening to all. First of all, I want to share one of the important things which has happened in Uttar Pradesh, which is affecting roughly around 5 crore people in the state. This is about the leaking of papers, which has gone somewhere around 2 dozen of paper leaks, and which is affecting every family in the Uttar Pradesh. That has to be taken care of. Bharatiya Janata Party should not be bothered about how many seats we and Congress will be sharing.
Sure.
How will adjust this? That process is going on. No, whatever seats we have shared and where we are strong, that has been already declared. That has been also in the public domain, and it's also Congress is also aware about it. So there is nothing that we have to hide. Congress is the party which is already in alliance with us in Uttar Pradesh. We being the major opposition party who is fighting in the Uttar Pradesh, we are taking the lead, and in next few days the other rest of the seats will be declared. But what about the BJP? What about the Ek Akela Sab Pe Bhari? The 38 alliance is still seeking, begging and asking for more alliance in Uttar Pradesh and across the India. So see what kind of in fear they are. They are thinking about to get more and more people, because they are aware the 38 alliance partners which they have put, they are most of them are not even have any say or stake in their respective states. So they want the real parties which are really working on the ground in different states, like Uttar Pradesh.
Sure.
So we are working.
But many of your allies within the India bloc, some within the TMC also today came out and tweeted that we really need to talk about seat sharing. We need to get into the nitty-gritties because elections are not far away. Otherwise, the exodus to the BJP is going to continue. So it's not just the BJP that you should be accusing of trying to take away your leaders. That those jitters are there within the India alliance as well, Sanjay Rana.
Absolutely. Good evening, Poonam. Good evening to fellow panelists. This is very important for any political party to make the strategy and make a plan and execute it. But looking at the scenario, when we talk about the N.D.A alliance, they have been talking from last 7 to 8 months. They could not able to reach to the conclusion on the seat sharing is very important. Number one. Number two is important for any political party to take the agenda front of the people or voter. But if you look at the N.D.A alliance, there is no agenda as such. And when we're talking about the UP, specific to UP, Uttar Pradesh, I think Akhilesh Yadav did a right step, taken a very right step, did a right job to say no to Rahul Gandhi. There was a consequences behind it. First, you need to do the sheet sharing, you need to do the planning, you need to take care of narratives, what agenda, what common minimum plan you will have. There is no discussion on this front, and somebody is doing a N.I.A Yatra. This is not time. This is not a time to do any kind of yatra. It's a time to make the strategy and how to counter BJP. Look at the BJP. BJP is absolutely clear what they want to do. They are making it. Made the slogan 400 ke par and 80 seats in Uttar Pradesh. What is slogan? How you are going to cut down the narrative of the Bharatiya Janata Party, who has been attacked very aggressively by the Prime Minister as well as other Bharatiya Janata Party leaders. For alliance partner, whether it's Samajwadi Party, whether it's a Congress, I think Congress has to relook, rebuild, re-strategize everything what they're doing. This is not the time to do the yatra. Look at Mr. Rahul Gandhi. He's in Amethi. What he's exactly doing? People are not accepting his as a leader. When your mother left Uttar Pradesh, you left Uttar Pradesh, and I don't know what's going to happen to Congress tomorrow. The people are not having a confidence on Congress party, and they have to build it. And for that time is not there. Therefore, if they're targeting for 2029 is absolutely fine. You can do the yatra, you can talk anything, whatever you want to talk on.
So the timing is not right, George Kurian. The party and Rahul Gandhi seem to be putting the party above the alliance. And that's a risk which shouldn't be taken, is what many of the Congress's allies also believe. Are those fears unfounded then?
Poonam, good evening to you, and to your audience. Anila Singh here and Sanjay, and I respectfully want to disagree to what Anila Singh spoke about the Congress party. Poonam, am I audible?
Yes. Yes, George Kurian, go ahead.
All I would want to reiterate for the benefit of our audience is that the Congress party, being the principal opposition party in this country, understands the integrity of the alliance, the India bloc. It is as serious as anybody else thinks it to be. And I want to bring it to the audience's notice and Samajwadi Party spokesperson on your show as well, that the Congress Party is serious about the alliance. The talks are going on. It will have a very, nobody can take Congress for granted or, come to terms with Congress with a conditional support with respect to N18L Yatra, be it N18L Yatra and things like that. I'm sure that, a conclusion will come too soon, and I'm sure that, there will be an understanding which will be a win-win situation for both the Samajwadi Party and the Congress Party together in the state of Uttar Pradesh, and will give a tough fight to Bharatiya Janata Party.
Sanjay Rana, you have a point to make.
I do respect Mr. Korean, whatever he presented to all of us, front of all of us. But need to understand, you have examination after 45 days. So if you want to defeat any party, forget about the Bharatiya Janata Party, any party, what is the agenda? What is the common minimum program you have? What are the narratives you are going to take it to your voter? There is no narrative, there is no plan, there is no strategy, there is nothing in the platter which you can present to the voter. How voters should trust you? That is very important. Every political party has a right to raise a voice and say, I am going to win it. This is fine, it's absolutely fine. But how are you going to win it? People are trusting you or not is second important thing. Looking at the Congress Party is the oldest party in this country, and the kind of step they are taking is not, none of the political party or anybody should take it, because you have hardly 30 days in hand.
The optics of it are not nice. Pradeep Bhatti, whether or not all is well within the alliance, when you look at what's happening, it may be superficial, but when you look at what's happening, it's not such a rosy picture. Are you then sending out a confusing message to the voters? That's what many are asking.
I totally disagree with Mr. Sanjay. He is talking about there is no issues, no agendas. There are a lot of issues. What about the 40 big issues that Bharatiya Janata Party promised for 2022 to get completed? What has happened to those issues? What about the inflation? What about the unemployment? What about the corruptions? What about the other issues, these farmers' issues? What about these paper leaks happening every now and then in Uttar Pradesh? What about the crime rate? In Uttar Pradesh, in every day, 10 murders are happening, 11 rapes are happening every day. This is a figure last given by the NCRB.
But so we don't see anybody in the India Alliance talk about these issues either, sir. Unfortunately, that's the problem.
Mr. Sanjay, but these are the issues for this country and for the Uttar Pradesh.
Sure, there are issues that everybody should talk about, but we don't see anybody within the India Alliance speaking of these issues either.
What about the doubling of farmers' income? What about those 5 trillion economy that has to be done by 2022? What about smart cities, Adarsh villages? What about these kind of issues? Corruption you are talking about. 32,000 got deposited in Swiss bank. You are talking about 100 days you are getting these black money. What has happened to that promise? So they are all false promises, fake promises that people of this country has to judge. These are all issues. So let Mr. Sanjay be awake of these, aware and awake about these issues.
Sure, there are issues.
That has to be. So
sure, there are issues, but that's not what is being talked of when you talk of India Alliance. That's the problem. That's the problem. Many within the alliance are also speaking of.
No, so see, every sneeze has been counted. Let's have that courtesy to ask the same question from those 38 alliance, and now 1 or 2 more join them. So what about their seat sharing? We have already declared we are far ahead. And the same thing at the time when it was done in Gujarat and other states, when BJP took the lead and declared their seats. You are going blah blah about this, praising about their seats, that they are so confident and they will be sharing. They have already declared their candidates. Now what happened to these things? Now you are taking.
So nobody is questioning your confidence. We are questioning your confidence in your alliance partners, not in your winnability.
Alliance partners are already aligned with us. Don't worry about that. Alliance partners are out. Let the BJP answer those questions which I have raised. Let them, the people of this country are aware of these. People are aware about these issues. What is the current status that BJP has to tell?
Sure. So Anila Singh, you may feel like you have a head start, but it doesn't look like it. The opposition, the India Bloc, still thinks they are a formidable front. They are together. All is well.
So I have to tell Mr. Bharti, Bharatiya Janata Party or any of our allied partners, we are not worried. The only worried political party in today's date in Bharat is Indian National Congress. So they are very much worried that why we are not able to form some sort of formula with the allied partners, because the allied partners, they are having big nose, high nose, and they are not ready to accept the terms and conditions which Mr. Rahul Gandhi is offering them. And if you are talking about Bharatiya Janata Party, let me tell you, if I talk about the Uttar Pradesh, from where you come and from where your political party comes, so in today's date, Uttar Pradesh, a biggest consumer state, we are standing tall with the highest contribution in economy, and we give almost 10% of the GDP of this country. And if you talk about the investment, we are getting fantastic investment in Uttar Pradesh. If we talk about the job creation, today only groundbreaking ceremony was there. 10 lakh crores of investment will be there. More than 34 lakh jobs will be offered to the youth of Uttar Pradesh. If you talk about the law and order situation, go and check your NCRB figures. You will come to know that how law and order situation is getting better in Uttar Pradesh. Uttar Pradesh is a country in itself with population.
Sure, before I get in, George Kurian, you have 30 seconds to rebut, sir. You had a question for the BJP. Mr. Bharti.
I have a question.
Yes,
I have to reply him.
Yes, I will give you time, Anila Singh. Let him. Of course, I will give you time to rebut. Let him ask the question. I'll come back.
Just one simple question. She was talking about so many things. One simple question. 40 lakh crore rupees was promised last time. The investment is coming to UP now. 10 lakh crore, 50 lakh crore. The budget of Uttar Pradesh is 7.5 lakh crore. Man, the provisioning. Where is the provisioning from last 4 and 5 years? Is there any provisioning done in the budget? So don't make people fool. Don't make fool. Don't make people fool. If the provisioning done, how come the budget is 7.5 lakh crore? When we have done investment 40 lakh crore. That if you divide that into 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, the budget would have been double. So don't fool the people. You are making fool out of yourself. You are not the party. Your BJP party is making fool out of yourself.
Mr. Bharti, you asked her a question. Let her respond. I don't have enough time left on this debate. I need to get in George Kurian as well. You asked her a question. Let Anila Singh respond. Anila Singh, go ahead.
See, this is what I am telling, that if I talk about the Uttar Pradesh is the achiever state in all parameters, on all verticals. Uttar Pradesh is an achiever state. If gentleman doesn't know, he has not done his homework, that is his problem.
Sure.
If I talk about the Pradhan Mantri Swachh Bharat Yojana, then more than 12 crores of toilets have been made. If you talk about the Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana,
32%. Niti Aayog report says 32% only work has been done. 32 lakh houses have been repaired. 32 lakh houses have been repaired. You don't fool the people. Only your report is says. Niti Aayog report says.
What does a clean, cleared image Prime Minister and Chief Minister means for a country and for a state?
Not the people of this country.
Sure, and the people of this country will decide. The people of this country will decide based on the track record. But George Kurian, I was talking, like I was asking you earlier as well, like I was asking the SP spokesperson as well. It's about the optics. And that does not paint a rosy picture. You have allies either leaving you, you have senior leaders of the Congress party that have left the party to join the BJP. Other allies are trying to set terms because they know they can with the Congress, and the Congress does not have an upper hand anymore.
Well, Poonam, that's not true. I strongly believe that the Congress is trying to be reasonable out here with its allies, be it West Bengal, Delhi, Punjab, or Uttar Pradesh for that matter. We strongly believe that we are coming to terms with the regional parties, and we are confident that we will have an inclusive manifesto for the people of India at large, and we are confident that we are going to give a very tough fight to Bharatiya Janata Party. The narrative may look in favor of Bharatiya Janata Party or be it Modi, but we are confident on ground. That's not the case, and we are going to come strong and let the N18L Yatra get over, because that's not an electoral yatra to begin with. We'll have a lot of campaigns and rallies across India, and we're sure that the narrative is going to change too soon.
But when are we hoping for that to happen? Because the seat sharing talks deadline was months ago. The joint rallies that were supposed to happen between the India Alliance partners, there's still no plan on it. Forget the rallies actually happening. So is there a joint plan happening or no? That's what a lot of Congress's allies are also asking.
Well, Poonam, it goes without saying, definitely that's going to happen. That's on the cards, and I'm sure that things are going to be looking very, very good for the people at large, and people are going to appreciate the
Sure.
India bloc very soon.
Sure. So it's a war of narratives. The BJP may have an upper hand as far as the narrative goes, says the India Alliance, but they are definitely a formidable front. Well, the voters will decide in a few months from now. I have to leave it at that. I thank you all for joining us here on this broadcast. It's a wrap from my side. Thank you so much for tuning in.
Good evening. You're watching Hard Facts with me, Toya Singh, right here on the show. We're first taking you to Sandeshkhali in West Bengal once again. Over the last few weeks, Sandeshkhali has been witnessing violent protests. This is over allegations of land grabbing, of harassment, and most recently of sexual abuse. Now, some women have come forward. There is a written complaint with the police right now of sexual abuse at the hands of TMC leaders. All the other three allegations also made against TMC leaders. Now, locals are alleging that their mistreatment goes back to over a decade, not 5 years, not 6 years, ladies and gentlemen, more than a decade. Now, as the TMC leader who seemingly ran the show on the island, Sheikh Shah Jahan, he remains absconding. This morning, the Supreme Court took a look at this entire case and the sordid details of it. Now, they refused to entertain a PIL that was seeking a court-monitored CBI or SIT probe into this violence. At the same time, today, the National Commission for Women had arrived on the ground to investigate and speak to locals. This is after saying that the region revealed a troubling pattern of negligence and complicity. These are the words that she'd used. These are the words that the report used 2 weeks ago also. Now, tonight on Hard Facts, we look to understand what's happening on the ground and why, of course. But we're also looking to understand whether the plight of these thousands of women for who it took so much courage to come forward in the